have an interesting update about the Disney Guest Assistance Pass.
Yes, the Autism Society of Los Angeles kind of has taken a on-the-ground stance with this, and particularly our government relations chair, besides doing self-determination, she's working with Disney. One of the things that we will be doing is we will be meeting people who are wanting to take their kids on the 9th and the 12th. We will be identified by shirts, and we just want to make sure that we get the feedback. Does the system work? If it does, great. If it doesn't, then we need to go and give feedback to Disney, and they are very, very open to that. We've been working with their Disabilities department, and they really want to see, how much does this matter? Right. And we know it matters a lot to people, but absolutely, they have kind of put a one-size-fits-all solution to a very complex problem.
Absolutely. And for those of you who are just tuning in and your guest assistance pass, for years there was a pass that we could go and get that sometimes made the ride line shorter, sometimes didn't.
Sometimes didn't.
It gave consideration to individuals who had individual needs. There were several different passes for different needs that you could get, and it made it so that Disney was the happiest place on earth for all of our kids with autism.
Yes, because you go into the handicapped portion of the line, and the lines are much shorter. So
and it's more open space, not as confined.
So what the new proposal that they're going to be enacting on the 9th is that there's going to be kiosks around Disneyland, and you're going to go up to the kiosk after you get your pass from you still have to go to the main city hall. You get your pass, you go to a kiosk and say, I want to ride, let's say, Space Mountain. Oh, that's a 60-minute wait. Come back in 60 minutes and I'll give you the pass to go on. So not only are you waiting in the kiosk, you're waiting for the ride. You don't have to wait in a line per se, but you have to go and tell your child who is having a meltdown because they're not going on Space Mountain now, right, that you have to wait 60 minutes.
Yeah. It's a lot of delays.
There's a lot of
delays. And the potential for more standing in line as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. Standing in line with the kiosk, standing around waiting, trying to fill that time, because you won't have the guest assistance pass to go on another ride.
Yeah.
Now, this will work for people with physical disabilities. I think it would work for my children because they're older and they could kind of go on something else while they're waiting. Mm-hmm. But our kids with emotional behavioral challenges, which a lot of our kids have, will not be able to do this.
Yeah, I think the general consensus is there are a lot of people who are saying there are aspects of this that aren't going to work for certain individuals. And Disney, as you said, has been very open to, we're going to be evaluating the process, but what I love is that you're taking a very proactive stance and saying you're going to be on the ground on the 9th and on the 12th, taking notes, interviewing families, watching what happens to report back to Disney with actual facts of this is what happens.
Absolutely. That's what they're kind of asking us to do. They haven't blessed us to go into the park and do this, but really they're going, well, how do you know it's not going to work?
Right. So you're going to demonstrate and give them absolute specifics. Now, if there are any families that are out there that are going on October 9th or going on October 12th, what would they need to do to get in touch with you to be involved with how you're going to...
you could go to our website and just an email. Okay. Or you could email, and I pass that information on. We have a contact us page. Okay. Go onto the contact page, say when you're going to be there and what your telephone number is, and email, and then we will go and organize it. Okay. We already have 5 families going on the 9th, so we hate to have you be a guinea pig, but we have to really show and prove to Disney that this might not work for everybody.
It's honestly, and I've been talking to them as well, it comes down to making sure that everybody has the right information, and you're making sure that they have the right information.
They have to have the right information. So, we could suppose that it's not going to work, but
and
that's
we can tell them horror stories about the past.
And it's awful.
That's not going to get it done either.
No, they're not. They're really not interested in that.
Right, right. So I thank you for taking the lead on that, and we'll look forward to, will you update us on what happens with that? Okay,
absolutely.
Great.